Hi there, this is Duke of Many Things here at the Home for Orphan Dice, and we're looking today at the orphans themselves, and first off how they would arrive at the shelter, so to speak. So, this is reception, so to speak. That's the bag which I've had since the lockdown. So we've got 7 compartments in this drawstring bag for each variety of regular dice. Regular having many more meanings than just the just describing the particular varieties that appear in the standard 7 sets. So reaching first in. This is our pocket for the D8s. So anything interesting here? We've got marbles, marble dice, purple gem, blue. Again, we've got another one which featured from my very first 1987 sets, where it's not a equilateral triangle on the faces. Now this one is rather special, such that it is only one of 2 in my collection where the numbers are written as Roman numerals. Very strange, and it's not the typical plastic that the others are made of. It could very well be 3D printed, I'm not sure. Can't remember where this came from, but yeah, remarkable because Roman numerals, remarkable because different plastic to pretty much every others. Yes, there's only one. 8 orphaned D8s there. Okay. Of course, the D6s are going to have to do their own entire episode because there's so jolly many of them. So, next pocket we have the D4s. You're not a dice, you can go away. Again, that's the D4 for my 1986 set. You see where it's the numbers are indented, such that you would have to colour them in by means of a wax crayon and wipe the surface flush so that the indented numbers become more visible. Anything interesting there? Violent green, more blue, more marbled, more speckled, 2 black, the white, off-white, ivory. But pay attention, if you would, to the difference between the standard there, current modern standard, he says, dropping the dice I was telling you to look at, and that you would read as a 1, but on the other dice, that you would read as a 1. So a different placement on each face of the numbers, because each number defines a particular vertex rather than face. Reaching now for the D12s. Remarkable here. Again, some of these are from not necessarily ones that have lost all of their sets, but they've been separated out because their set is no longer complete. But they can still have a fulfilling part in role play because they're in my shelter. Particularly remarkable here. Yeah, so a D12 inside a D12. This came from a set. I did buy it as a complete set, but some of them have gone missing somewhere. There are some people who stay away from this variety of slightly misty gem because they're that smooth, rounded edges, so they don't stop rolling, necessitating the need for a dice box, dice tower. Again, anything else interesting in there? Stick you back in. Now reaching for the D10s. Do you know, it's not only dice which crop up and come through reception. We've also got these little markers here. Shiny gem stones from other roleplay sets which need counters rather than dice. That's with the cat going around. Right. So, oh yes, the percentages here. Again, that's from the site with the very rounded edges, so it doesn't stop rolling. And yet again, we have a D10 inside a D10. So in theory, you could roll that and have the complete percentage, because you got the inside one for the tens and the outside one for the units. Stick these away. Oh, haven't we had? Alright, there's the actual D10s. Now, in my collection, I have shown as part of some of the the bigger sets. Bigger. Let's further define our terms. Yeah, your standard 7 set. There are sets with more than just 7 in, which nevertheless make a complete set. As for example, the more recent official D&D dice set, which has 2 D20s and 4 D6s, but no dice that are outside the normal categories: D10, D%, D8, D12, D6, D4, D20. But there are sets I have which not only have a D10 and a D%. I believe I've shown you some of these sets where that instead of being numbered 0 to 9 or 10 to 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, yada, all up to 9, 0. There are dice I have which are labelled 1 through 10. So in theory, combining those with the normal D% and normal D10, you could do 1,000 range. But anyway, so any particularly interesting D10s in here? Things which should come from sets that are no longer complete. This one is the rise of gem dice. Again, this gave people a chance to be more particular in counting their dice as fair, because with gem dice you can see all the way in to see bubbles inside, to say, oh, if there are bubbles, it's no longer likely to roll necessarily fair. Okay, each face would have the same area and shape, but the weight distribution is going to be skewed by having bubbles. You can see the bubbles if it's a gem dice. You get the general idea. So, I've gone all around the ring. No, we haven't, because the D20s, of which we have a considerable number. This is going to take me a while. Yeah, so these came as a pair, metal, white, powder coated. These two came as a pair. You know, that's only just enough to say, well, yes, it's still a part of a set, but only two. A set comprising only two members. Again, metal, D20, powder coated, green in that case. You know, I think these have seen, these possibly could do with recolouring. But anyway, get things back in. Now then, was this the one? No, that wasn't the one, that's small. Where are you, where are you, where are you? Is that the one? That's the, no, not you. Yes, this is me paying to, yes, right. It is you. Right, let's hold that out for comparison, because we can. You didn't go with the D20s, you should go with the D12s. Anything I can pick out here of interest? Oh yeah, so again, D20 inside a D20. Again, in theory, if you only wanted to read the last digit, you could roll that either as an advantage dice, roll it once but you get two results, pick either the highest or the lowest depending if you're doing advantage or disadvantage. Now this net, alright, where's the 20 there? Come on, point it correctly. You're around it somewhere. There. Yeah, so that net there is different than the standard net arrangement of numbers. Yeah. I believe this one I picked up at Brighouse Comic Con, and it was my son who drew my notice to the, actually, that's a different arrangement of the numbers. The things which we are paying attention to. Now then, on to the various D6s. And again, boy do we have a variety. The thing with these drawstring bags, you leave them open too long, and it's very possible that they could in fact, by manipulation, dice end up in the wrong pocket. So yeah, these sixes here. Right. This is the longest chapter. The largest and most populous compartment. So we're going to pick these out and show them off by their interest. Yes, we know about you, we know about you, yes. You go with you. You go with you. Easy, like that. Oh, 9, 10. Six is a rare gem, but spot. Fair enough. gem spot, gem number, gem spot. I think this is related to Warhammer because of the little symbol that goes alongside the number. Get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. White. Oh, right, so this is one of the bigger ones with what I call the Chinese pattern, because A, it's got the lateral 2s instead of diagonal 2s, and the 4 and the 1 are coloured red. Chinese superstition, because the word for 1 and the word for 4 sound like something unlucky, so they colour it red to balance it up. And again, look at that number 6. That's that is not the regular placement. Let's find a typical pattern. See how that's different? More clustered towards the middle. Bird anyway. Right, yes, so. Yes. Know about you. We know about you. You go there, you go there, you go there. Again, that's one from my very first 1987 collection. Yes, so this D6 hasn't got a 6 on it because the 1 appears on 2 sides with a hole drilled such that it's supposed to be a bead you put on a necklace or some such. A set of 6 where the skulls are the spots. So yes, we do have sets in amongst the orphan dice to make them feel at home and to start them on their journey of, yes, a rewarding and fulfilling life is still possible. This set has got an interloper. Anybody see the interloper? Yes, it's this gentleman here, because the others are more rounded. Similar colour. But yes, there is another one of these, which I use for demonstration purposes, which I carry around in my little Gringotts bag. But nevertheless, that is a set that I have separated deliberately. Set of 12 black D6 spot for conversation and demonstration purposes. So inside the little box here we have a D6 threaded onto some wool for the purpose of making a necklace. Crochet, for it is written, I knit on only one needle. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, the hole through this one goes diagonally through the vertexes. So this does in fact have a 6 5 4 3 2 1, but the hole going all the way through goes through the corners. So in theory you could pull it off and still use it as a counting dice. So yes, this was the reception. This is where dice go when they first arrive, ready to be distributed across either to be carried to place I'm going to be playing in. They go in the poster tube, or into the bleachers for my audience. So I've got 3 sets within reach. But yeah, things change. The audience in the bleachers, who I've shown you before, they change in and between the reception area here and the poster tube. So that's all we have for today. You can go back in your place. Rustle, rustle, rustle. And so that's all from me. And again, we will always end with Aliyah Yak Test.